Hey, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm trying a different mic than I usually try. And sometimes it takes about a minute for this mic to warm up. I'm in early because Greg Vincent's in the house. That's the only reason I came in early. All right. Here's what you need to know. You can't see it, but right here is the FM radio station Mixer, and we're being simulcast over the air on 97.3 FM tonight. You guys know I have not done that very often. Not often at all. Why am I doing it tonight? I'll tell you why. Tonight is the end of Arizona City 97.3 FM. I am shutting it off when we're done here tonight. Going to pack it up, take it to Missouri, and we'll sit back up there, possibly on a different frequency depending on what's available. But this is the end of the experiment. Let's see, this is June, so 16 months I've been playing FM music for you. Classic rock, nonstop, except for when. Uh-oh. Leonard's in Facebook jail again for 30 days this time. Wow. He says he's listening, but he's unable to comment. Poor Leonard. So, I see Greg. Who else is here? Who's jumped in here this evening? Got word today that we're still making slow progress on this house move. The house had to have some repairs done. And 2 of the 3 we know are done. The other one I don't know. It's like getting information as rare as hen's teeth on this stuff. So, just hello to everyone. Since this is the end of the era, we're kind of making it as interesting as possible. Not much going on. Got the boy, I just went brain dead. Water Day is going on for the kids over at the fire department. That's a good thing. Seems to me we had something else going on. So let me get in here and look. You would think I could remember no more things that are going on right now, but obviously I can't. Arizona Weather Force says we've got the first outbreak of monsoon starts Thursday. It also says that it's going to be hot tomorrow. So we got that. Here, let me do an Adrian announcement. Adrian 4th of July celebration. Saturday, July 2nd, 2022, parade at 10 a.m. on Main Street in Adrian. The parade participants line up first in Clark at 9:30. Activities after the parade to be held. Lunch will be served at 12. There will be inflatables for the kids. Kids under 4 free, $5 admission for the others. Sand volleyball tournament. Horseshoes provided, open play, cornhole boards, open play, and other kids' games at 2, and Cosmic Bingo at the Adrian Optimus building starting at 5 p.m. There. How's that for a transition? I've started doing Adrian announcements. Senior art event, Arts and Meals. You must pre-register. That's at the fire station here in Arizona City. Send an email to Lisa Swanson at artmobilevan.org. Lisa Swanson at artmobilevan.org. So there you go with that. Don't know if I've got anything else as far as announcements go. Again, I'm going to tell you that we're simulcasting on 97.3 FM. Oh, there's George. Well, we're in what they call a mega drought. It's been going on for years. The underbrush and the desert is dry, extremely dry. And we've come into the season of dry thunderstorms. So we've got some brush fires going. I know 3. They name them here. They name the brush fires. But they burn tens of thousands of acres. It's just, if we don't get rain, we have fires. If you have fires and then you get rain, you've got no watershed. So you get flooding. So it's not a win situation. There's no win here. Mr. Vincent, are you paying attention? Would you like to join in with us tonight? I'll send you an invite as soon as I figure out where I put that. If you want to come on, harass people, find you. Two wires that would let me run this over and do simulcast. And one of them's already packed, so I had to do some massive rearranging here to get where I could do this. And okay, I sent you an invite, so when you're ready, just pop in, and I'll try and pay enough attention that I see you. But yeah, it's been hot. Last year wasn't quite as hot as year before. Year before we had, I don't know how many days, over 6 weeks over 110, several over 115, and some over 120. I'm going to tell you, 120 is hot. I don't care whether there's any humidity or not. 120 is hot. Personally, I think anything over 105 is hot. At 105, if you can get out of the sun, it's not so bad. You can live with it. In fact, I'm showing 107 outside right now. We took the dogs out. It was hot, but it wasn't horrid. So anybody else got anything going on? There's only 4 people here tonight, so I'm going to guess we got Greg, Linda, and George. And Leonard's watching, but he can't comment. He's still in Facebook jail. Now, if you wanted to comment, you could go over and watch us on YouTube, QRAZ Radio over on YouTube, and you could comment there. They don't honor your Facebook jail. So that would be a plus. Let's see. We're looking, if nothing screws up, at being back in Missouri in about 30 days. I'm afraid you're right. I just don't know where they're going to get electricity. Wind and solar is not proven to be terribly reliable, especially in areas where winter hits. Texas found that out. No sunshine, and the windmills were froze up. And they'd just taken a couple of their regular coal plants offline. You don't take those offline and bring them back up in 30 minutes. That just don't work that way. So, and what baffles me with all the improvements in nuclear, nobody's talking about that. We can have much smaller nuclear plants and much less waste than we used to have. And even the waste can be used in what they call pocket generators, which would be local community, little community power plants. So I'm not impressed with electric cars yet. We don't have the infrastructure for them. We don't have charging stations. Talked to a guy in the LA area, and he said fully 25% of the chargers they put in for electric cars don't work. They're just, so makes it tricky. And it's not like a 5-minute fill up. You don't pull in and shoot the gas in and take off. You're going to be there an hour or more. If it's a quick charger and your car can handle a quick charger, even a motorcycle takes close to an hour to charge, and you get 100 miles. So they're not practical for us, for Americans. 100 miles won't get you very far out here. I mean, where we sit, if you need to go to Tucson or Phoenix, it's over 50 miles in either direction. We're in the middle. And if you do any driving while you're there, you're going to have a real problem trying to get back. Am I overpowering? Who's listening? Is my mic overpowering this thing? Do I need to make an adjustment? Let me look in here. I can't tell exactly. That might be a little bit better. I was blasting pretty hard according to my readouts here. So this is a strange little mic. Let me take its condom off. And this will change the sound of it a little bit. And I have to be careful not to talk directly into it because of sibilants and plosives. So if I turn and talk right into it, you're going to get a lot of plosives and quite a bit of sibilants when I say S's and stuff. Put the condom back on, and that helps that a lot. Good mic. It's just like all the others. It's got quirks. They've all got quirks. So this is going out over the air. This is my last over the air hot dogs. And you just added barbecue and pizzas. If you can find a good hot dog or a good chili dog. Are they ready for chili dogs? You're expanding your menu. Next thing you know, you'll be working more than a couple of days a week. They'll be wanting to eat there all the time. Now, for those of you listening, it's going to be a little bit of a run to get there because Georgia's in Thailand. So Greg wandered off, turn on a computer. Get him in here a little bit. So, half a dozen people watching. Linda, did I miss anything? I got water days. Got arts and meals. Those are not low-carb meals, so Linda's been bringing them home, and they're good. I don't know who makes them, but they're good. So I don't know if Linda's even listening now. Yeah, year before last, that was 156 days over 110 degrees. That will wear you down, wear you slick. Checking to make sure the radio's still going. It's still broadcasting. We're not doing music. So there is that. All right, let me get over here. I've got this thing doing stuff and I need to kill it. Okay, I'm popping around, checking different windows. Hi, Paula. Yeah, 4th of July at the 3rd on the golf course, and I talked last night. There is probably going to be a 4th of July parade, but I think he needs to get that information out there if they're going to do that. Hi, Dorothy. Got people showing up. Wait, believe me when I said 6. I started early. Of course, it's after 6 now. But... So, and for those that just joined us, I'm going to repeat. I'm simulcasting on 97.3 FM. This is the night when we get done here. I'm going to pull the plug on the radio station and start dismantling it in the morning. So, just so you know. And I thought this would be a good time to actually go live on the air on the radio. Don't do that a lot. So, there's that. I guess the mic's okay. Nobody said it sounds awful. Nobody said it sounds great. You know, I rely on you guys for feedback. Kind of hope you let me know what's going on. And make a little adjustment over here. Turn that up a little bit. Okay. I actually need, hopefully I'm going to get that a bigger desk where I can kind of spread out and have both mixer boards right in front of me and a computer screen. Greg messaged me. Says he's in the green room. Let's see.
Green? Whoops. I can't hear you now.
I don't hear you. Is your mic turned on?
Let me check. It was working when I ran the test. Let me check.
Still don't hear him.
Audio. Test. Testing audio.
Are you muted? Have I got you muted? Nope. I don't have you muted.
My audio is, I can hear myself back through.
No sound, Greg. This will make that lovely bright ears happy. Whoop, and now he's gone. He left. I bet he forgot to plug something in. This is one of those times I could use a producer because I'm trying to check too many things. At one time. And let me get back in here. And there's Greg again. Bring in. You got a mic this time?
Yeah, testing.
No.
Testing.
No sound.
Testing. 1 second. Testing.
He said 1. I don't know 1 what. We can pick on Greg. Rhea. Rhea's here. We've been missing you, dear. Once we get settled, Greg.
Test.
No sound.
Test.
Are you saying bad words?
No. I can hear
you.
I can hear me, and it's
coming out.
The screen says it's screen.
I muted you. I unmuted you. Edit mic settings. Echo cancellation. Mic volume. I'm going to turn off echo cancellation.
Test.
Nope. Didn't do it. Mic volume's cranked. Automatically adjust. Ooh, there's something I didn't know we could do. Won't do that, but I don't understand. Of course, you use an OBS or it should be going out. I don't
Yes.
use OBS.
Yes, it says that it is
I ask
broadcasting.
Linda to read your lips.
Yeah. It says.
Now everybody else can hear you, and I can't. I don't understand that.
Oh, other people
You guys
can hear me.
Greg?
Well, I was going to back out and reconnect, but you guys are saying you can't hear me.
That puzzles me. How come they can hear you and I can't? Let's see. Make some adjustments here. I don't get it. If they can't.
Well,
there.
I can't. There. Test.
Let's
Test.
see what I did.
Test.
Say something else.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2.
There you
1.
are.
There we go.
All right.
So tell us what it was, Uncle Dale, so we know what not to do next time.
Well, I don't know. I've got a fader here that was turned about 2/3 of the way down.
Yeah.
Which really shouldn't affect this. But when I turned it up, it did. So I've got this. Boy, is this a mess tonight. I've got a Zoom Podcast P8. I've actually got a P8 and a P4. And I'm feeding. There it is. It's got sound effects. And there, that cluster, this is the mixer board for the radio station, which you can't see very good. And the computer that runs the radio. Apparently, we're on Bishop Boulevard.
Now I have a question for you, a technical question, if you don't mind. I have tried. You're using StreamYard, which is what I use.
Yeah, you're using StreamYard now.
Right, but StreamYard only has one audio input. So how are you able to run your mic and those other sounds through StreamYard?
I only have one audio output. So, but I can hook up 6 microphones, and they all feed out through the one output, and I can control them from here.
Okay.
Plus, I can bring a telephone and the computer. Actually, if I bring in the computer sound through here, I lose one microphone. But I can bring in USB sound, cell phone sounds. It'll also record, but I've not yet used the record feature.
So that's in your mixing board.
Yes.
So your microphone goes into the mixing board along with any sound effects. Because, see, I've been having trouble with my gaming because if I play a game on my PC and I'm using my mic to talk, StreamYard will not play the music from the game because it will only play either the mic or the PC sound.
Man, have I got a thing for you. If you can hold out until I get it dug out of the packing.
Yeah.
I've got my original soundboard, which does 2 mics and USB sound and a phone connection. And it feeds back into the computer through USB, and you've got slider controls, sound effects, all kinds of fun
Will it
stuff.
allow the computer sound to pass back, go out into the mixer and then back out? See, right now I'm running it'd be nice if I run my mic.
Yeah.
I can't run my game sounds off my PC because it only allows one.
You're,
So OSB.
you're using a USB mic,
Yes.
and we'd have to move you over to like an XLR mic. And don't worry about that. We're not going to say how many I've got because Linda will come out here and beat me.
Well, I've got 2 or 3 XL mics too.
Okay.
So I've got a couple of those.
But I've got a soundboard packed away, ready to go. That would be perfect for you to get you started.
But will the computer output be able to go into that and then back out to?
Yes.
And can I monitor that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's got loop back that you can turn on so that if you want to talk over the sound coming in, it automatically lowers the volume. Like your gaming sounds,
Right.
and you want to talk, it'll lower the volume on the gaming sounds while you're talking, and when you quit talking, it brings them right back up. It's a little smaller version of this, and it does phantom power for the microphones, but I've got it packed away.
No. And so that now, if you, I hate taking over here with questions, but you answered that question. But now I'm curious. I was watching the first part of your show here, and you're coming back here, and you're going to set up. What's the name of your station again? That WQR.
QR. Well, I've got 2 names, but my name for it is QRAZ Radio.
Okay.
That spells crazy.
Okay. Yes. So are you going to set that back up when you come up here, correct?
Yeah, I'll set it up in Adrian. To play nice with the FCC and everything. I'm running 2.5 watts here, and I'm with my antenna up maybe 20 feet. I cover, I don't know, over 3 miles, a 3-mile radius. The transmitter I got would get me locked up. It'll go to 25 watts, and people with neckties would be knocking on my door if I did that.
Yeah, I've got one that I think will do 100 watts.
Yeah, that's a lot of power. They frown on you doing that.
Yeah. But see, so you answered my question because I was curious if I would be able to hear your broadcast in Peculiar, but obviously that's a no.
No, and I've never set up to do internet radio. I think there's enough of that out there.
Right.
And I don't want to pay for it.
I got you.
And if I get set up properly, and I'll tell you how I'm doing this over the air. And rather than hooking up another mic to that mixer, I've got the inputs I use to play the music, which plugs into the headphone or speaker out on the computer.
Okay.
I've got that plugged into one of my monitor out headphone jacks. This one's got 6 headphone jacks and 6 microphones. This board will let you, if you got another person there, I can hit a button like on my mic and your mic, and then we can talk privately, and it won't go out over the air. Then just hit those mics and hit those buttons again, and we're back on the air.
Now, last question on the mixer board. How does it input into the computer via USB?
USB.
Okay.
So
that extra one you're talking about, you got's a USB?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
In fact, I've got this one that I just showed you, and I've got its little brother over here in the bag to do mobile stuff.
Right.
It'll do almost everything this one will do, and supports up to 4 mics. And the fun part is these things have got enough gain to run any microphone out there.
Right.
And both of them would actually run off batteries. Boy, will they'll eat a AA battery in a hurry. But it'll plug in to a USB port on your laptop.
Yeah.
Or you can have a USB power supply. Just, one of those that fits in your pocket. Will run it quite a while.
Right.
So, but one set up to go mobile, and then this one sits on your desk. It's a little big to be hauling around. And I've done some mobile stuff here. Just like I said, that one will do 4 mics. We'll do mics that require phantom power or just regular dynamic. I found out that I've got some condenser mics that require the phantom power. They pick up a gnat farting across the room. So that's
cool.
Real good for going out mobile.
Right. Well, I do have a couple, Mike. I don't know. We'll get together when you get back. So my next question then, I got a bunch of them, is what is your timetable?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I know that's a hard question, I'm sure, to answer.
And I'm going to let Linda answer that one for you.
Are you going to bring her on air here?
She will not come on air.
She did last time I was on here. I shamed her.
Yeah, that was just you and me. We weren't broadcasting.
That's true.
We're supposed to close the 16th.
That's just a couple days, isn't it? That's tomorrow. Yeah.
July.
Oh, July. Okay.
But this whole thing setting up the stage now where it could still fly apart.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, you are so. My son got out of the Army and he moved in with us, and he's been saving. He's done a good job of saving while he's been with us the last 6 months. But this real estate market, don't get me started on that. It's crazy.
And the rates are going up.
Rates are going up, and you know, Dale, you're old enough like me to remember when you saw a house listed for $100,000 and you went in and offered 90, and then they came back with 95, and then you said you wanted an inspection, you wanted to fix someone. Nowadays, they got it listed for 150. You better have $180,000 to buy that house. They want more for it than what they're asking.
We bumped into that a lot, and last spring when Linda was back there, she went and looked at houses, and you say he got out of the Army. VA loan. Tell him to get a VA loan.
That's what we're looking at.
Interest rates are lower. There's no mortgage insurance.
Right. But the biggest problem we're hearing with that is that sellers, and I hate it, it's a form of legal discrimination. They're not accepting VA loan offers because they know that they're going to have to. They're going to have to go through more rigorous inspections.
Well, and the funny thing is, FHA has still got a horrible inspection. That government loan. VA has dropped a bunch of their stuff.
We're thinking he's saved enough money. We're actually looking at conventional loans.
Well, we got lucky because we applied for our loan back in May. We got locked in on a rate, and we're locked on that rate until August.
Yeah, because this guy said he'd lock us in for 90 days that my son's been working with.
Yeah. But we ran into it, and nobody wants to make them pass inspection.
Yeah.
We made an offer on 2 houses before this one, and both of them had some issues that wouldn't pass VA inspection.
Right.
And the big thing that VA is looking for now is anything that could be uh, dangerous. You know, they want the heat to work. If all it's got's a wood stove, they're not going to approve you.
Right.
Got broken windows, it's not going to get approved.
Right.
Plumbing has to work right. Electrical has to be right. And we made offers on 2 of them, and they didn't come back with a counter offer or anything, because when we told them it was a VA loan,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
they said, well, nope, we're not going to do it because we're not fixing anything.
Yeah. And see, to me, that's such a horse hockey. I'm trying to keep it nice here. Horse hockey, because you're discriminating against our veterans and the benefits that they've earned. I'm sorry, I shouldn't get I know this show isn't for political rant, but that just pisses me off.
What the hell? But,
So let's change it real quick. We talked about the housing. You're not sure. You're waiting on the closing. Update. Ukulele.
my fingers do not work.
Oh,
Arthritis.
damn.
The
Yeah,
arthritis is just, I could not get them to even bend right for some of the notes.
I've had problems with some of them, but fortunately, I have to cheat on some of them. I found workarounds, but
This,
you're right. There are some chords that I can't get. Yeah,
See,
look at you.
that one finger has, and even this hand, and you can't see it probably on the camera, but this one's got some issues. So the arthritis has got me on that. I've got it sitting here in the case. It's a nice uke.
Well, when I heard you were moving back, I said my buddy Dale's moving back, and I was teasing Cheryl because, well, I'll tell you what I said to her. I said that Dale's coming back, and we're forming a ukulele band.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen.
But with that being said, she said, "Oh my God," because I bought a ukulele before I even knew you had one. Matter of fact, I had 2 before I even knew you had one. And I just thought, what a coincidence. But, the last one I bought is electric. And I don't know if you've seen my YouTube videos where
some of them, yeah.
Where I shredded, I turned the amp up and put all those effects on it. Like
you're making that electric uke do some things ukuleles are never meant to do.
Yeah. Whoa. Well,
I'm waiting for you to get the banjo. I'm waiting for you to get a ukulele banjo.
Okay, that's another story. But back to that. I've been putting those videos up here on Facebook, and if you want to see them, I think I made them public. So if you look for Greg Vincent, I shredded a couple songs, and they're really loud. And Cheryl, my wife, keeps getting messages on Facebook saying, "You poor thing."
I'm going back to my original instrument.
Harmonica?
No, the swinette.
Swinette.
Yeah, I learned this from my grandfather.
Okay.
You don't know what a swinette is?
No, you've got me on that one.
You can play it either by blowing on it or use a bow. It's a hog's ass stretched over a 55-gallon drum. Most people choose to use the bow.
The banjo. You talked about the banjo.
Yeah, banjo ukulele, banjolele, or whatever they call it.
Well, see that when you come up here, there's a place that's open since you left here in Peculiar. It's a nice place. We've made friends with the owner. You'll enjoy this place. They opened a nice winery.
Yeah, I've been seeing pictures of it.
Yeah, beautiful place. I think you and Linda just enjoy the heck out of it. Come up, and we've gotten to know the owners. And it's actually the boy owns it, and the dad is retired and helps him, run it. But the boy's the winemaker. But they have entertainment there every Friday night. So they're friends with me on Facebook, and the dad and I've become pretty good friends, same age, same age group as all of us here. He said, I said, you guys have been seeing my videos. I said, I'd like to audition to play up here on a Friday night. Just nobody's going to hire me. It was a joke. But the owner told me, he says, it's so funny. I saw you doing that. And I said, he said, how long have you been doing that? I said, about 6 months or so. He says, since I retired about a year ago, I took up the banjo. I wanted to learn to play the banjo. So I'm learning a few songs as I go. So I told him about this banjo ukulele I could get. And he says, you need to get one of those. And he says, one night we'll just mess with my son and you bring yours up and I'll bring mine in and on a Friday night before the band gets here, and we'll just set up a couple chairs like we're going to play.
Yeah.
So that's my banjo ukulele, but I'd love to have one. They got a cool sound to them.
Yeah, they do. They sound great. Let's see.
The last thing I'll say about ukuleles, I told you I bought the acoustic, I bought the electric, but then I bought one more. They got a guitar 6 strings, but you can get a 12-string guitar.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a ukulele's 4 strings. I bought an 8-string ukulele.
Oh,
It sounds cool.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Let me get this back over here. I got it too far away.
So
that's
it
I tell you, this mic will do USB also.
Oh, okay. Do
And
both?
I've got another one over here that will do USB or XLR.
This one here is the Yeti Blue.
Yeah, Yeti gets a bad rap.
It works
But they
fine
work.
for me. Yeah.
See if my hand will fit through here. I've got so much crap. This is a Samsung Q2U, and it'll do both USB and XLR. I've got it hooked up XLR right now. And it can be either handheld or you can put it in a stand. And I have to remember when I switch mics to each mic's different, so you got to approach them different. But this one's got an off switch, so I can just and back on.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I switched because I forgot that I had moved over when we were having audio problems. I moved over to the webcam mic, which is not as good. So this should sound better now. I'm over here on this.
It does. The webcam mic I've got here is crap. It sounds like hell.
Right.
If it was all you had, it'd be one thing.
The only other thing about this one is it's got some settings.
Yeah.
But it did not explain in the little quick start guide what they mean. But I think the changes from omnidirectional to, I think it changes where the.
Yeah, it changes from cardio or to omni to figure 8, I think.
Right. And then it does this. Now I'm not monitoring myself, so you can tell me, does this make a change here when I did that? Does that change anything?
Now, I think that's just your headset volume.
You're right.
So if you're plugged in there, and this one's got that, if I'm on USB, I've got headset volume and mic volume adjustable through push buttons on it.
Yeah, now see, I got my headset just hooked up to the computer, and the only reason I do that is I know a lot of guys run without headsets, run the StreamYard, but if I'm listening to you through my monitor speakers, you'll get a lot of feedback.
Yeah. Yeah, you will. Even if you've got echo cancellation going, you still get it.
Yeah, you can't avoid it. Sounds coming out of your monitor and going right back in. Oh, that's nice. What is that? Okay, and that is the one you just showed me, right?
That's this one right here.
Okay.
The F-Deuce SL40 on sale on Amazon right now. And
What's that go for?
Pardon?
What's that go for?
69, I think.
Oh, not bad.
Now, normally it's 100, but right now it's on sale. And I've been watching comparisons. There's one guy that there's like three guys I watch a lot, but one of them's called Obscure Mics.
Yeah.
And he pulled this one but mostly because of the price to get it to test it. And he put it up against the SM7B. And I'm going to tell you, this thing was so close to that $400 mic on sound and stuff that it was unbelievable.
Yours sound real good. The other thing I like is, see, I've done the same thing with the boom arm, but I bought a real cheap boom arm, and the way my desk is configured, it's kind of a mess, but it does work. The only thing bad about me is when I'm doing my gaming broadcasts, I tend to sit here and then I tend to sit here. And I don't know if you can tell much of a difference, but
yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. So
let me see if this works. See if I can break some. I don't do some of this stuff very often, so I'm rusty. Chrome tab. And there.
Oh, okay. Let me write that. Let me get a pencil. Let me write that down. I want to write that down. That's FDUCE
SL40. And right now there's a $30 coupon, so you get it for $69 instead of $99.
And that works both ways.
Yeah, USB. It's a little bit darker USB, but the sound and everything's the same. And on USB, it's got, if I can find, I'm in the wrong place to do that. You can kind of see them, the buttons that control mic volume and headset volume.
Right.
And a mute button.
And as far as attaching it to your boom, it looks to me like it's right there on top. That there's nothing on the mic itself. It's on that.
No, you have to use the Y mount.
Right.
And it comes with the USB cable and the XLR cable.
Oh.
And an adapter if you got different size threads on your boom arm or something.
Right.
You're just on a desk mount, aren't you?
No, I'm on the boom. See, I got it on a boom mount.
Yeah.
But the thing I like is the boom mount connects right directly to the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one you'd use the Y adapter. And I kind of like that because I can make adjustments and I can twist it and
sure,
do all kinds of fun stuff.
Sure.
Now if you want if you've got a mixer with enough gain, this is a Rode pod mic.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of gain. But I've got, where am I? This thing on here. This is a dynamic mic, but this is a booster. You plug it into the mic and then plug your XLR cable on this, turn on your phantom power, and it gives you a 25 dB boost in gain. So,
now, what are you referring to as phantom power? Help me out with that.
The condenser mics use a 48 volt phantom power. They've got a amplifier built into the mic.
Okay.
And this one is not, this is a dynamic mic, and this board will drive it. but it takes a lot of the push from it. Where I put this on and turn on phantom power, this adds 25 dB a gain. So even that little board I said I had that you could use, it's got phantom power. So if you turn phantom power on and use a mic like this thing weighs over 2 pounds. It's heavier than hell.
Cool.
But
well, I'll have to look into that. I think I'm going to wait before I do anything, though, and get together with you when you finally make it up here and let you take a look at what I call Studio B. This is Studio B here, and and see what you think.
Now I should be on the pod mic. If you can still hear me.
Oh yeah, you sound.
And look, I took you out.
Yeah, you did.
But this is the pod mic, and you're going to get some really good sound out of this, and they're about $100.
Well, your mic sounds good, but I'll tell you what. See, you have a voice for radio, but adding to that compliment, you also have a face for radio.
I know. I've been told that for years. I've been told I had the perfect face for radio. All right. I'm going to go back to this one.
Now, I'm going to dazzle you with more questions because I've got a limit. I've got about 10 minutes left, and then I've got to bug out. So but I could not resist to accept the invitation. But are you bringing bikes back with you? Do you still have bikes anymore?
We're down to the Can-Am RT, the dark blue one.
Right.
And I guess going to have to ride it back.
Oh.
That'll be fun.
Now, you don't have a RV pulling behind you anymore or anything like that?
No. We've actually got more vehicles than we got drivers.
Right.
Because Linda's having her midlife crisis. And she's got a 95 Chrysler LeBaron convertible.
Oh, my God. I love it.
That is a slick little car. But we thought we had a granddaughter lined up to fly out here and drive the car back. And that fell apart. So
since you've been gone, I bought and I got rid of it. I wish I hadn't now. I got a 1997 Lincoln Town Car.
Ooh.
It was in pristine shape. And I mean, it was like driving a boat.
Yeah, I remember those. They were wonderful.
But when I bought Cheryl her new car, and then I had my Jeep and I had my truck, and that's what brought me up the motorcycle thing. I got rid of that bike, but I'm selling both of mine. But I'm just having a heck of a time. I keep reducing the price, but it's the economy. Just can't.
Yeah, it's rough.
But I had that surgery on my legs, and I can still ride, but I'm just too shaky. My reaction time's getting down. I'm watching idiots on the road looking at their phones and not driving. I'm on blood thinners, and I made the decision that now we've got that Jeep that's got the top off of it. So that's how we get the wind in our hair. And Cheryl had back surgery, so she can't ride on the back with me anymore anyway. So I got 2 motorcycles. So if you know anybody that's looking for motorcycles, I got 2 of them I'm trying to sell.
I'm hoping Linda's not listening. Sounds better. What sounds better, Linda? The other mic? Losing track here.
Yeah,
but we've got the Spider. That's the only one we got. I actually sold that Tri-Glide last summer to a dealer, and they gave me more than I paid for it.
Yeah.
This one sounds better than the other one did.
I have to agree with
a
it.
lot
This one
cheaper.
sounds good. This one sounds good.
And it's smaller, it's lighter, it's cheaper. And
well, how do I sound, Linda?
Yeah, you're doing proximity effect there.
Yes. Hello, Linda. Testing.
Believe it or not, this little piece of
Oh,
it, it's cheap.
now what is that? What is that?
It's an MIVSN, however you pronounce that. It's a USB. If I can get the damn box open. Everybody likes a tight box.
Oh yeah. The tighter the better. Oh, okay. Little microphone.
And it connects USB, and it's got a little thing to connect it to an arm. And for the price, it works really well. $29.
Wow.
This is a better mic that I'm on.
Really? No, that's USB though. And the nice thing about your mic that you're on now is that works dual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go USB or XLR, and this one will do that too. And this is a Samsung Q2U, and they're good. This one's a little bassier, and this one's a little higher pitched.
Right.
So,
Well, you do sound good. Well, so let's recap because I am going to have to check out, and I hate it because I couldn't resist. I saw you were coming on, and usually Wednesday nights I've always loaded up with stuff, but tonight I was free, and I said I'm going to catch the QRAZ radio show. So I was sitting and waiting, and then when I got the invite, I said, I just can't turn down my good friend Dale Bishop and Uncle Dale and QRAZ. So I want to thank you for having me on.
you bet. Once we get back to Missouri, we'll start doing this from there.
Oh,
Get
there's so
everything
many
set
things.
up.
Yeah, maybe we could come up with our own talk show and
Start
have
our own video podcast.
Yeah, and talk about. I don't know what you allow on your show. I'll put it this way: we can talk about any kind of B. Hesitate S that we want to talk.
You know what's funny is it's been like pulling teeth out here trying to get people involved.
Right.
I've got the Moose Lodge involved a little bit for a while and stuff. And when I said I was coming back to Adrian, I've already heard from people that want to be involved. They want to do stuff to promote
Different events, yeah.
Yeah, so I know the president of the chamber. I know several of the business people there. So we'll see if we can't get a little more promotion going.
Yeah. And I've always loved it going down toward that way. To me, I'd rather living in Peculiar. Of course, for those of you that are watching that don't know the geographics of it, Dale, I would be right pretty much in between Dale, where he's moving to, and Kansas City.
Yeah.
And he'll be to the south. And I much rather go to the south than to the north any day of the week.
Yeah, going into Kansas City.
Yeah.
I posted a picture that came up in my memories. And it was a 609, 699, and 602 group ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the things I'm going to miss when we get back, before we left, I sold my Jeep.
Oh, see, the Jeep, that's turned into my new wind in the hair, what hair I got left.
Well, I had a 98 that was canvas top and doors, a 4-cylinder, ran like a top and looked like it did when it was new.
Yeah.
But I had more vehicles than I knew what to do with.
Yeah, I've been in that situation. I'm in that situation now.
But I'd almost give up my pickup for another Jeep.
But you know what? I'm telling you what right now.
Nothing's new, Linda. Nothing's new.
The resale and the purchase price on these Jeeps, I could get a fortune for that. I've got a, what is mine? It's a 93 Jeep YJ. that
Oh.
I've been offered more for than I've got. And I'll tell you the beauty behind this in Missouri, it's over 25 years old. I don't have to register it anymore.
Really? Linda's car is a classic.
What year is it?
95.
Oh, she won't have to. You'll have to register it the first time up here, but then you'll get forever plates. I'll tell you how to do that when you get back. We'll get face to face. Get
Okay.
forever plates on it. You get forever plates. It comes with some restrictions, but the restrictions that you don't have to worry about.
Well, that'd be all right.
You're only supposed to drive it so many miles a year, but they don't
Unless you're
ask you.
going to and from shows or
Right. But they don't ask you for your beginning mileage when you apply for it. And it just seems kind of absurd. But all I know is the plates have no expiration date on them. And the registration says under expiration date, it says NONE, none, no expiration.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right now, she's got Missouri plate or Arizona plates on it.
Right.
So,
Yeah, she'll have to register it the first time.
yeah.
But I'll tell you, I'm just looking forward to you coming back. I had I'm disappointed that the ukulele thing's out because you're a good person. I'll tell everybody who's watching. Dale's a good. We ran 2 separate motorcycle chapters of a motorcycle riding group. We ran 2 of them together. Kind of. His was in. Ours was considered Cass County, but we were up here in. You were you were in Bates County, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had 2 different counties, and we did all kinds of fundraisers and great group events. And when I heard you into this ukulele, just a quick story. I looked up online. You know, there's ukulele clubs.
Yes, there are.
And I went out to where the ukulele club is for Cass County, and I found out that over COVID, it got abandoned. And they asked me, they said maybe you'd be interested in starting one up. And I thought, well, no, I don't want to get involved in anything else by myself. I thought, when Uncle Dale comes back, maybe he'd be interested. But it doesn't sound like that's in the cards for us. That's
Yeah, the ukulele and me are not friends.
Yeah.
It's still sitting here. I got a brand new bag of felt chips at Picks. You know,
I get it because I have trouble. And I don't have any arthritis in my hand, but I'm old, and you know it's. I can see if you have arthritis, it could be a real challenge.
and with that one finger decided to go off on its own. Wherever the mic, there it is. That's a trick.
Have you tried putting that in a vise and just tighten it down and leave it in there for a couple
I've thought
hours?
about it, and this one has started.
Yeah.
It's wanting to do it too. So, well,
I am so glad to hear that everything's going good. I'm going to give a special shout out to Linda. I know she won't come on camera, but it's good to hear from you guys, and I can't wait till you get back up here.
yeah, the only way we got her on when it was just you and me doing a private thing.
Right.
Got her to come on that way. She said she didn't care if you knew what she looked like. So.
Oh, what is she? I know. Cheryl's the same way. She's like, you know, like whatever.
Well, she should have come down with you and showed her face anyway.
Yeah, she's up.
She's much cuter than you are.
Oh, yeah, but you've got the same situation down there too. You know, you'd probably get a lot more viewership if her face was on the camera.
You're probably right.
Well, the one thing I'll say is when you come up here, I've got plenty of I've turned the family room, which you've been into before. I've got 4 pinball machines and 2 arcade machines in there.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, so it's a regular toy
What
house.
you'll probably end up with is Linda and Sharon Eubank.
Yes,
So
I'll tell you what, Cheryl was not too into it when I first started building that game room down there, and now I got that. And you know how sweet my wife is. My wife's Dale will tell you. Dale tell everybody my wife's a sweet lady. She's a sweet lady.
she's a doll.
But when she's playing pinball and she is in the competition and coming close, which she whips up on me regularly, she starts talking like a sailor when that ball drains. And I said, what has gotten into you?
She's not going to get beat by that machine.
No. So,
Okay. Now I'm going to remind people that are listening, this is the end of QRAZ 97.3 for Arizona City. I may have to use a different frequency when I get back to Adrian. And I may not. It depends on what's available. Since I'm a pirate station, I have to kind of be careful I don't step on toes. But
So
it will be back.
You basically find an open spot in the band.
Yeah.
You're not going to interfere. And the main thing I think in radio is no complaints, no problem. Because the
That's
federal
right.
government doesn't go out looking for people unless you're broadcasting 1,000 watts.
We had one guy, and I never did hear exactly what happened, but he's about 8 miles from me,
Yeah.
little next town over. And I got a hit. I've actually got a friend that's tied in with the FCC. I got a heads up, make sure I was well within bounds, on my signal strength and what I was doing and everything. He said, because they're going over to Eloy and they're going for this guy and take his equipment. He was selling commercial space. Can't do that. He was cussing up a storm. He sounded like Cheryl. And he got complaints. You get complaints, they show up at your door.
Well, see, and I've got a ham radio operator's license, and they pull that from me too if I mess with them that bad. Yeah.
I do not have ham. I am licensed GMRS.
Right.
So I haven't took the test for ham. Although I have a radio sitting over here.
Well, that actually, when I said I could do that, I've got a ham radio that will go down to the broadcast. I can do AM or FM. I can actually go down to the AM channels.
Yeah. I've got a 900 megahertz sitting over here. And a power supply for it and all that crap. I just have not. I have everything. When I was wanting to do that, we started talking about buying a house and doing this and doing that. And it's like, my brain don't do that crap anymore. I need to pull in on one thing.
Yeah, I get it. Well, Dale, I got to say, I guess this is an end of a era for you.
Yeah.
With QRAZ radio and Crazy Radio in Arizona City. And so I think you did well, though.
Yeah. And we'll start again in a few months. Get everything set back up.
So we're over the air live now, simulcasting, right?
Yes. What's funny is I had to rearrange everything here because it's a TRRS to RCA plug that you use to connect to that mixer, which feeds the transmitter.
Right.
And this is a 3-foot cable. I had a 6-foot cable, but it's packed and in a box someplace. So nothing is where it's supposed to be right now.
So in summarizing though, because there is no straight answer as far as when you'll be back up here. It's just as soon as you.
We're supposed to close the 16th.
Of July.
So figure the 17th or 18th for us to be there and be alive.
Right.
And then we got to start furniture shopping.
Yeah.
Because this place is furnished and we sell it furnished.
Right.
So I've got a bed ready. It's an inflatable queen size bed.
There you go.
That'll hold us until we can do something else. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, best of luck to you. Look forward to you've got my number. My number has not changed, my cell number. So, and of course, you got me here on Facebook Messenger and all that. So, keep me posted. Let me know what's going on.
We'll keep you alerted.
Uncle Dale, everybody, give it up for Uncle Dale.
We'll give you a chance to run away before we get there.
No chance, buddy. No chance.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm going to wind this thing up then.
All right. Well, I'm going to bow out. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Uncle Dale, for having me on, and we'll see you all later.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. See you later, Dale.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's it for tonight, guys. You can tell that I might know Greg. Anyway, I'm going to do a sign off for QRAZ. FM 97.3 is going off the air. This is the last broadcast for that. And there it goes. It's off. All right, guys. I'm signing out of here and going to unplug some wires and move some things. And I'm going to go inside and see if Linda's still willing to feed me. So we'll talk to you all later. I'll be back next week, same time, same place. Y'all have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.